Oh no. It's the darkness again.
Hello?
Hello, my darkness, oh my old friend. Da 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 da. My darkness,
Hello?
my little old friend. I see you. Hey, Grim.
I'm still a black box.
I know, you're still darkness, even though I got you the webcam.
Well, the webcam is in the upstairs apartment.
Uh-huh.
He gets home at midnight. Well, he gets out at midnight, so he gets back to the house by 12:20.
Then you can test it out. You finally have a webcam. You're finally gonna have a webcam.
I got an audience. I got a little chicken cat.
A little chicken cat, huh? Rich made a video of he needs someone to wire his house with Cat 7 cable. He'd be paid well. I know it's something that you want to do.
No, because he lives too far.
He lives in New York.
He lives in the middle of New York, not New York City.
It's good money. Hey,
Not
Corvette,
enough,
how you doing? Huh?
not enough to travel out there.
Well, I would.
He wants Cat 7?
Yeah.
Why does he want Cat 7?
I don't know. Probably better. Well, Cat 7's better insulated, so.
Well, okay, so I guess if you want to future-proof your house,
Yeah.
but there's nothing that requires Cat 7 cable.
Mm-hmm. I didn't try to future-proof it. It's, I don't know, Cat 6.
Okay, so then you would need at least Cat 5e.
Yeah.
So Cat 5 won't do it. I think
Cat 5 will do it because I wired, in Japan, I wired my Cat 5. We were perfectly fine with it, 1 gigabit. It's all...
Okay. So Cat 5e will support gigabit. Cat 5 won't though.
Huh? Yeah, Cat 5e.
Cat 5, you gotta have Cat 5e.
Cat 6 and 7 is more copper and more insulated. So it's...
Well, Cat... I gotta get the cough out of the way. Cat 7 is 10 gigabit. So that's what I was saying about future-proof. So, I mean, I guess technically the internet that is in my place is gigabit. So I do need Cat 5e or higher. So I guess, yeah, Cat 7 would be future-proof. So I didn't see that video.
I put an offer in. I said, you gotta buy me a plane ticket.
I mean, yeah.
I would. It's not that hard. I don't know what this house is made out of.
Why can't he do it himself?
I don't think he knows how to. I don't know where the hell his router is at either, too.
Yeah, I mean, his router could be anywhere.
Yeah, and I don't know how many studs I gotta go through and how many floorings I have to go through. Snaking is one too. Ashley's on. Yeah, it's like...
Yes, I'm on.
Give me 1 minute. I need to go grab a drink and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So give me just 1 minute.
Let's see here. He wants cable from my garage to my office. You will be paid well. Let me know who can do it ASAP. I just put down, you gotta buy me a plane ticket. And it's like, I rather, I probably had to talk to him privately.
Who are you talking about?
Rich needs someone to get his Cat 5 cable. So yeah, that'd be great.
He's probably gonna get someone in the relative area.
Yeah,
you know that.
He was asking about this not too long ago. I said I would do it, but my back and leg. But if it needs really help and depending how much price is, yeah, sure, I'll do it. You gotta have the rent tools at Home Depot or Lowe's. And you're gonna have to buy me plane ticket and a hotel to sleep at.
I think he's rather gonna get someone local.
Yeah. Well, so let me get my coffee and we'll start. You wanna? So what's with this new planet?
Huh?
The girl was talking to me about this new planet. Is it livable for human standard?
There's a giant gas planet that orbits near our solar system.
No, it's like one of the Jupiter thing they found like a new moon, I believe. I don't know what Grim found. I'll be right back.
Alright, I returned.
And Lance went to go get his coffee.
If Lance didn't drink so much coffee, he might be a little bit healthier. You know, caffeine can cause a lot of health problems. It can irritate your stomach, digestion tract problems. Caffeine can cause sleep problems.
What?
Oh, nothing. We were just talking about you.
I know, with caffeine, that doesn't have any effect on me.
Oh, yes, it does. You just don't realize it.
No, I sleep good.
Caffeine affects your spirit, your chi, and you don't realize it.
I don't believe in spirit or chi.
It doesn't matter what you believe. only that it believes in you. If it believes in you, then it will affect your life.
Drink a lot of milk.
You drink too much coffee.
That's my second cup, actually. Literally, actually, this is actually 1 cup today. I drank half of it, and I got half left from this morning. Because I had to take a nap due to gluttony.
Is gluttony permanently in the house now?
Yeah. She has a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. Got her blood work and everything done. I already ordered clippers on Amazon to get her matted hair done and over with.
Oh, you can do it yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, until Ashley told me, oh, the PetSmart grooms cat as well. I'm like, well, that's great. I already ordered a darn thing.
The grooming at PetSmart can range from $45 to $95.
I
just paid $30 for a clipper.
You use the same clippers you own here. Mm. So, like the clippers I use on my cats is the same clippers I use to cut my hair. Yeah. I don't pay anyone to cut my hair.
No, I'm waiting for September, and my mom will cut my hair.
You just need a pair of clippers.
Yeah, September I go to California, get the car, and my mom will cut my hair.
Okay, I cut it like every month.
I don't care about looks.
It's not looks.
Oh my lord! It's Miguel. Grim, any thoughts on Nintendo selling a cardboard box?
I mean, they've been selling cardboard boxes for a little while now, right?
Yeah, they got the VR. They got the VR cardboard box now.
Now they got a VR cardboard box. So my thoughts on that are, it's Nintendo at it again.
It's gonna be collecting dust on the shelves too.
I mean, it's really poor VR, by the way.
Yeah, it's a VR on the Switch. It just basically make it split in 2 screens.
Yeah, so it's not really VR. It's just
it's like one of those phone things too.
Yeah, it's just basically projecting the Switch's screen into your eyes, instead of it being actual virtual reality. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a trick. It's like a play on words, I guess. PlayStation 4 VR and Oculus Rift. Those are real VR. Mm-hmm. Those are like legit VR. But yeah, the Nintendo one is just a cardboard box that projects the screen in front of you.
Why did you hit me on the screen?
Because your new dyed hair. People must know your new dyed hair. Look how bright that red is. Okay, I'm gonna start now. Thank you guys. Welcome to Ashley Lancelot Show, Saturday Night Live podcast. We'll be going.
It's Sunday. It's Sunday.
Sorry, Sunday night podcast. We will be going over some gaming news, some thoughts, and probably something else in between. They'll probably throw in a curveball, and Graham will tell us about this new planet.
Yes, indeed, there is a new planet that we found.
He basically just kicked the black hole out of today's chat. And talk about the new planet.
Well, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah,
black holes are not going anywhere, but new planets are exciting.
Want to see my black hole? Let me go pull it down for you and take a picture of it.
No.
We'll edit that out, everyone. Don't worry.
Well,
so what happened this weekend, right? PAX East.
Yeah, I'm gonna get your guys' tell them to subscribe to you. A second. Great Monolith, Dark Enterprise, link down below. Ashley from our channel, subscribe to our channel as well, and also Ashley Art Fantasy, down link below, subscribe to her as well. We might have Carl, if he is awake, he wants to join in today, you might add him in later on, but for that, he probably won't be showing up. So PAX East, tell me about the Grim, what happened?
I mean, did you watch anything of PAX East? Did you see any of the trailers?
No.
I really wish I could have gone. I mean, it's literally, PAX East was like literally 15 miles from my house, but like, you know, things cost money and time, and just didn't have the capability to do it this weekend. So, but a lot of stuff was announced at PAX East. I mean, the biggest one for me was definitely Borderlands 3.
I have your cat, Grim.
Oh, is that the one you're sending?
I'm sending all 5.
Okay, I'll take them.
You have 7 cats. No, not that only. They also talked about Elder Scrolls as well. Elder Scrolls 6.
I mean, kind of. What did they say about Elder Scrolls 6?
Well, that grandma YouTuber that says that you should not be able to play. Huh?
That wasn't announced at
So they go to Immortals, and they're using the 3D scanning world here that we have over here and putting it on digitized over there. It's old technology, it's not really new. We've been doing that, just been improved a lot more. But
it's vastly improved. Yeah. Also, Bethesda has definitely confirmed that they're going to be using a new engine. That the engine that they're currently working with is in Starfield.
That's what they should done on Fallout 76 and fix all the. I don't know if the bugs are fixed. I don't know if they're doing anything with the Fallout 76.
They have some patches. I don't know what they fixed, but I think Starfield is the last game that uses that engine that Fallout 76, Fallout 3 and 4, Oblivion, and Skyrim are on. I think Starfield, which is their upcoming release.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are the Starfield's the last game that's going to be using that engine. Unfortunately, though, the other thing they told us is we're going to get no information at E3.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be telling us anything new. So, I mean, Elder Scrolls 6 is definitely far off. I'd say
5 more years.
I hope not, but yeah, you could be right. Who knows? Yeah. Starfield, though, we should be seeing Starfield soon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I was thinking by 2020. I was thinking they need to get that out within a year.
No, they're gonna be like, oh, Graham's talking about denied another 6 years.
Probably. Well, another 6 years. If they release Starfield in 6 years, this is going to be a problem because they're going to be running on the creation engine, the engine that runs all of these games that they've been using for the last more than 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Miguel said also there was the leak of the PlayStation PS5 controller.
Oh, with the screen on it. And what does that mean? We don't know if that. So that's not PAX, but that is something we'll talk about. That didn't happen at PAX.
I never saw the PS5 leak controller. I usually stay away from rumors and stuff until the actual company that says yes, we will do it. Like the Switch Mini, the Switch Pro is okay.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of the rumors. We can talk about PAX a little more after, but the the rumors that have come out in the last couple of weeks are pretty much a big hot topic for most people. And the three rumors are, two of them being Nintendo, about there being a Switch Mini and a Switch Pro, and then the other one about the possible PS5 controller. And I'll talk about the PS5 controller first. I mean, we don't know a ton, but it looks like it has a screen. So
they're trying to copy. They're gonna make it like a Vita controller, I'm guessing.
Like a Wii U controller.
Oh man, the Wii U controller, I like it, but it's very uncomfortable to play on too.
It's too big. It's basically like playing a handheld console in and of itself. You're not even, having to look down at it and then look at your screen. I don't know where Sony would be going with this. I mean, it's a tiny little screen, and on the PS4 controller, the little thumb pad that's the top of the controller. On the PS4 controller, that's where the screen is, and supposedly it's a touch screen. So, like I said, I don't know what.
I think we already knew about this. I think it's like old rumors.
I mean, is it an old rumor? I don't know.
Maybe Sony's trying to do damage control of the state of play disaster. I didn't really care a lot of games. I just want them to stop. I just want them to undo all the censoring shit they don't need to do. That's like ridiculous. That's what's gonna hurt Sony in the long run. It's the censorship.
It's already hurting them now.
Yeah, it's like they're only like going to a small portion of people.
I wonder what the purpose of putting an LCD screen on the PS5 controller would be.
Probably going through menus and shit.
I mean, what do they want to accomplish with it? I don't know.
The touch screen is going to do the same thing as the sensor pad does on the PS4. I can pretty much guarantee that.
I don't even use the sensor pad on the PS4. Well,
I mean, I use it for some stuff, but I mean, I think that's a correct assessment. It's just going to be a graphical version of what already exists on the PS4 controller. So we'll see how it pans out.
I just know we're not getting the next gen PlayStation until they stop censoring.
Unless God of War, like another God of War game comes out, I'm like, damn it, I gotta go buy it now.
Right. Now the other two big rumors were, the Nintendo Switch. A Nintendo Switch Mini makes perfect sense.
They did the 2DS, 2DS and 2DS, new 2DS as well.
Right, they did, but you got to ask yourself, why would Nintendo want another version of the Switch?
Well,
like a version. I don't mean the Switch Mini, because the Switch Mini, which supposedly is a console that'll look a bit like the Vita, the Vita, but the actual Pro console. Why make a Pro console? Well, one, I mean, think about it, right? If they want to keep ports coming on the Switch and the PS5,
they would have to make a graphically better system.
Right. They won't be able to keep up.
Yeah, problem is, what chip will they use, though?
Well, here's something about the chip, though. The chip that the Nintendo Switch uses, I'm not going to get into numbers, but it uses it's an old fabrication process. Okay, so it's an old chip. It's the Tegra. It's an old fabrication process. What if one of the problems going forward is that chip's not available anymore? It's an old chip. So if you're Nintendo, what do? NVIDIA comes to you and they say, well, we've moved on. Our fabrication process can no longer support production of the Tegra chip, which is a thing that happens, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's why a Pro may be coming out.
No, Pro's also blubbing because they make a lot more money off a third party as well, not just only their first party that they have.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about actual hardware to build the system. What I'm saying is that the chip might be the case that the Tegra chip that they use is going to become unavailable.
Yeah.
So they have to move to something else. So if you have to move to another chip, why not just
And the
Of course,
problem
the
is,
upgraded system.
the problem is, what chip are they going to move into?
Oh, Tegra X2 maybe, Tegra X3.
They should do the newest chip that's able to like kind of par with PS4 or Xbox One graphics. I think that's what they should move next on the handheld.
They could go with a chip, and I think the rumor is that the chip they were going to go with is about as fast as a base Xbox One, which is like 1.2 teraflops.
That'll be good.
But it's not quite as fast, but almost as fast.
Yeah,
well, certainly faster than the Tegra chip that's in the current Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, and that'll be good because a lot of third party can come in, a lot other third party come in and put in stuff. Hopefully, not only the chip itself, freaking expand the damn interior hardware as well, the memory. I don't want no 16, 32, or 64 crap internally.
They're not going to do that. Unfortunately, the system is going to come probably with similar memory specs that we already have. It's going to be SD card based still.
Yeah,
so you're not going to see them put a hard drive in it or even a solid state.
Yeah, the next gen's going to be another 1,000 terabyte for your new PS4 5 and your new Xbox 2. I believe they're going to call it. Hopefully
not. I mean, all things being fair, the PS5 and the next Xbox pretty much should release with 4 to 8 gigabyte hard drives.
Oh yeah,
not the 1 gigabyte thing that they're doing.
1 terabyte, not gigabyte. I don't have.
Yeah,
I won't be able to install a game. Holy crap! Why won't I be able to install my game? My download needs 50 gigs.
I'm thinking back and when I got my first.
I remember I was so happy to get a. I think it was 128 megabyte hard drive.
128 megabyte. You're talking like the 1980s.
No, we had a compact Pentium 2, and the hard drive was on. It was 128 megabytes. That I've been using. I used for years. I keep upgrading the hard drive to. I think 1 gig thing came out till I was in middle school. Because if you got it was like so ridiculously expensive. They got to 512.
You should have had at least a gig hard drive. Gig hard drives were pretty common when the Pentium 2s came out.
Yeah, I didn't have a gig. I think it was like 128 that I upgraded to 512 megabyte. I didn't get to a gig till later on. Those were expensive. And the flash.
I remember buying Maxter 250 megabyte hard drives from Leachman. You probably don't even know what Leachman is.
No,
they're long out of business.
I remember in middle school using them little USB drives. Even the 16 one was expensive.
Before that was a floppy disk.
We're talking before there wasn't even USB. We're talking long before USB was even.
Floppy disk. I remember floppy disk. I remember using floppy disk.
The cool thing with the Pentium 2 is that it's a card port that you just stick it into the motherboard. Until Pentium 4 came out, you have to put the fan and stuff in it.
I mean, the Pentium 2 is from like 1996.
Yeah, I had a 512 megabytes, and I had a Voodoo graphics card.
Voodoo 1, 2, or 3?
I don't know, man. It's been a freaking long time. I know I upgraded it like little by little. That's when I started learning about e-waste. And I like I go there, give a couple dollars and stuff. I get like a box of freaking like motherboards and CPUs and old computer books and stuff. That's how I started learning how to work on computers back then. I just go e-waste diving.
Yeah, there's no e-waste around here. Never has been.
Yeah, Miguel says maybe the next Switch would be made out of scrap metal and cardboard. Maybe.
I think the next Switch will be cardboard. I don't know. I feel like one of the big motivations behind doing a Switch Pro, not a Switch Mini, because I think they would have done a Switch Mini regardless, but I think a big motivation behind that is just the fact that there's a possibility that the chip that, the APU that's in the Switch is going to be unavailable because NVIDIA just doesn't want to keep that fabrication process alive. Mm-hmm. They've moved on since that chip came out, and to keep producing it is a problem. Mm-hmm. So they need to use another chip. So upgrade it, and I have no problem with it. How do you think it's going to affect the market, though? all the people that the system only being 2 years old, and
I don't think
they put out a system that's more powerful. Do you think it's gonna basically, do you think it's gonna anger early adopters or people that have it?
No.
Because I mean, there are people that have already voiced displeasure in the fact that another Nintendo Switch is coming out. That they think that this Nintendo Switch should be at about 4 years of age before they upgrade.
They did this crap with the SP. They did this crap with the 3DS models. There's like every 2 years, like different kind of 3DS models comes out, and there are 2 years after that it was like the new 3DS XL.
They only upgraded the new 3DS XL came out like 4 years after the 3DS.
Yeah,
but they don't complain when a new phone model comes out every year, and these phones are over $1,000, and you're spending a lot less on a system.
Different. I think it's a different market. And the reason being is you lease phones now, right? I haven't paid for a phone in years. The last like 3 phones that I've had were leased, so I get the phone, I turn it in a year and a half later.
But don't you pay on a lease?
I think they should just do leasing.
You do, but it's a little at a time. I think when you lease a phone, it's maybe like $10.
Does the phone eventually become yours or never?
Yeah.
It depends on your lease plan.
Yeah, if you paid it off, the lease plan off, is yours. If you want to sell the lease, they want to switch it. So that phone instead, you got to return it and get another phone.
Yeah, you just hand them the phone, and they hand you another one. That's it.
We're gonna keep our iPhone 7, and I'm just gonna get another phone. The reason why I'm gonna keep the iPhone 7 is I'm just gonna leave the Battlenet stuff in there. That's it. Leave the Battlenet stuff in there because that thing's a pain in the ass to get the security token key in and out of it. So, hey, Blue Rose. But they did this crap on the 3DS. Like they have like different types of models for it every 2 to 4 years, but still, it's like.
Well, there's a big difference between 2 and 4 years. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think the important lesson, the important thing to take away from all of this is, I mean, it is about 4 years that it took for the new 3DS to be released with the faster chip.
Well, we can look at the kind of 3DS.
But when it comes down to it, like I'm saying, they just might not have a choice. This just might be the only direction they can go because of the availability of the actual hardware.
Wouldn't it have been their fault to begin with not to do a faster chip anyways?
Well, they want to try to cut costs and everything.
They wanted off-the-shelf parts. So the Switch is not a custom APU. The Xbox One and the PS4 and the PS5 and the next Xbox are all custom AMD chips.
There have been 6 models of 3DS.
6 models of the 3DS.
Yeah.
Name them.
Well, there's the 3DS, 3DS XL, then there's the 2DS.
That's not it. Right. So there's 2 versions of 2DS, so that's 4, and then.
Then they came out with the newer 3DS, and then the newer 3DS XL, and then the newer 2DS. So that would be 6 models.
Yeah, there's only one new 3DS though. They never came out with a normal sized version of it. So they have the new 3DS XL, but there's not a new 3DS.
I thought I saw a new 3DS.
No, it's just the XL version. They don't have the smaller 3DS was phased out. So they don't actually the new.
Because most people were buying the XL.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Well,
but
they wanted the bigger screen.
They only saw the XL in America. You can buy the original in Japan because you could change the back cover with it. Let's see here the years of it. Produced in June 15. I want the years, not the damn month and date. 3DS was released in 2011 and began March 2011. Less than 6 months later. Price reduction. Okay. Free Game Boy Who Consider.
So what you're looking for, I'm not looking. I'll let you look. But what you're looking for is you're looking for the year that the new 3DS came out, not any of the other models. The important part is you're trying to find out is how long did it take to go from the 3DS to the new chip, which is the new 3DS XL. You know, and
it came in 2012. So it came out 2011. Came out the beginning of February and March of 2011. That's a regular 3DS. The 3DS XL didn't came out till July 2012.
I'm talking about the new 3DS XL, not the 3DS XL.
Oh, sorry.
The one with the new.
2014 looks like it.
Right. So we're talking. It's 2014 something. We're talking almost 4 years.
Yeah. Well, you know,
that's the thing I'm saying. So it's to release a Switch Pro this year. It's a short amount of time to upgrade the chip, but I'm also throwing out there that they might have no choice.
Yeah,
that's all.
Most likely, no choice.
Yeah, I have no problem with it. I'm gonna get a 3D. I'm gonna get an upgraded Switch when it comes out.
So are we.
No, just having one. But
then it's all on you.
I'm gonna put a 1 terabyte hard drive in it, so we'll both share it.
Oh, how much are the terabyte SD cards?
$400.
Still, right? Are they that much? Okay.
Well,
the 500s have gone down to what, like $80?
I don't know. I had the 400 gig one. I got it when it first came out. It was like, I believe it was like $300.
Yeah, I think you can get. I think the 500s are now like $80.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till terabyte goes drop. I know it's gonna drop in price dramatically because like every 6 months to a year they just drop down in price because they got something better or it's easier to produce.
Yeah, true. I'm surprised that terabyte USB drives that haven't come out yet. They're not out in the market. I'm surprised.
Let me see on Amazon. I think there is.
Isn't that what high schoolers use? Is USB drives?
Yeah, I remember it was like 60.
Everything's going to cloud now, right? So
yes,
you don't know what schools use. So
$249 Glyph Atom SSD 1 terabyte black USB-C USB 3.0 or Thunderbolt 3 stick.
That's an SSD. That's an SSD.
Well, is it a flash drive? No, I think that's an actual hard drive. No, that's an actual hard drive. Never mind.
That's right. It's an SSD. It's a solid state.
Was it 1 terabyte thumb drive with that? Oh, thumb drive. There we go. Yeah, 512 to 128. Let's see, 1 gig. I think they did make it. Yeah, 1 terabyte flash drive right there, $85. USB.
Why would a high schooler need a terabyte?
With that, I don't. What does it say? You're going too fast here.
It'll be up. It'll be up. It's up right now on the screen.
What's here? 1 terabyte, almost $400.
I don't think I don't think schools use clouds yet.
Below that, there's a 1 terabyte for $85.
400.
Mostly just colleges that use
that's
the cloud.
Corsair that you're looking at. That's $360.
Yeah.
And there's a one below is $85.
I mean, I don't know what you mean by colleges or high schools using thumb drives or time.
Yeah. So
in high school, I always use the USB.
Yeah, so there is a 1 terabyte thumb drive. It's just not at the store because no one really uses a thumb drive as much anymore. I used to use a 512. I remember a 512 megabyte thumb drive in high school. Cost us $60. I had to use it for my HTML programming. Yeah,
I remember 120. I still have like 128. I still have ones that are like one to the thumb drive I had back in like 2005 was like a 1 gig, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The smallest one I have now is like 64.
I think the smallest one I have right now is 32 gig flash drive. There's like pack of 3 for $8.
Yeah.
At Walmart. That's what I use.
So, those 1 terabyte drives, they're hard to get. They're not everywhere in the market yet, and wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Well, there's one for $85, so it's like, what do you need a terabyte flash drive for?
You can find 4 terabyte hard drives like Western Digitals. You can find them for like $80.
Yeah. My 8 terabyte was about 8 terabyte Western Digital was about $80.
Well, that you got it on special or sale or something.
No, I just went. Yeah, I don't know what's the green one or the red tab. What's the I got it not 2 years ago, so it's gonna be a lot cheaper even till now because 8 terabytes I consider too small now.
8 terabyte?
Yeah.
I mean I mean most of they only sell like 8 and 16 terabyte hard drives.
Well, yeah, 16 terabyte just came out not too long ago, so it's like 2 years ago, 8 terabyte was like 80 something bucks. I didn't see any 16 terabyte till like recently.
I mean, go to Best Buy and look at the prices.
I don't.
The prices are a little off.
I
go to Best Buy.
I go to Amazon and buy it. Let's see here.
Wasn't all my parts from Amazon? My computer.
Yeah. Yes, and also Newegg. Let's see here. 4 plus above. 16 terabyte external hard drive is almost 600. I want it just the disk itself.
That's
the 12 terabyte hard drive is 500.
Right.
$414.
That's why I was just saying your prices are too low. The 8 terabyte hard drives are not $80.
That's how much I bought it for. I don't know what was it.
I'm pretty sure you got it on sale.
Yeah, I have no doubt. I mean, I see stuff on sale like that all the time. But the normal price for an 8 terabyte hard drive.
This is a Seagate expansion 8 terabyte I got for my PlayStation. That's 140.
Look at the prices.
Yeah, 140. That's what I got for my PS4 recently. I find the actual Western Digital one that was on my computer. I might be gone on sale because that was towards Christmas time when I built it.
Yeah, and I hear you say that a lot.
You got it on sale. Yeah. Definitely. If it was towards Christmas, everything was on sale.
You're on sale. Who wants to for $1?
Hard drive. I'm only just saying high-speed 8 terabyte hard drive, especially externals, are not $80. That was my only point. More than that. Like 4 terabyte hard drive, high speed 4 terabyte.
I think I only got 4 terabytes on my computer.
Well, I mean, you have 4 terabytes, yes.
And guess what? It's not even a little bit filled. It's gonna take me forever.
My 8 terabyte external for the PC is almost, I think it's like 200 gigs left. I'm gonna put it away.
Maybe it's from all that hentai you saved.
No, it's all the over 2 years worth of videos and stuff archived.
Yeah, YouTube videos add up. They add up.
I made up over 5,000 videos, I believe, over the past.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to buy them external hard drives and put it all on them. And
no, this one is archived. When it's done, I put the cellophane on it and electrical. Was having a static bag in it, and I just put it away if I need it or not. If I need to get back to it, to get another 8 terabyte and just plug it in and fill that sucker up.
I mean, yeah, it's the way to go. Why not?
Because it's it's external, and it's basically if anything happens, I have a backup. If YouTube one day says screw all you guys, we're gonna shut our servers down, wipe everything clean, I have a backup. I can reload everything back up.
Upload it to another service. By the way, there are other video sharing services. I notice you don't have any accounts or upload to any of the others, but they do exist. There's one called BitChute. That's not popular, but it's out there. It's available.
Yeah.
And you can actually set BitChute to capture all your YouTube videos and then upload them and offer them on your BitChute account.
How much is it? For free?
BitChute is free service like YouTube.
But I'm guessing it's not popular.
It's not that popular.
Do I get money from the ad revenue over there or no?
I'm not super familiar with BitChute's system. I know that there is a Dark Titan channel on BitChute, and it basically every video that goes up on YouTube, it nabs it and posts it on BitChute. And like a video that gets like 4,000 views on YouTube will get like 200 views on BitChute off the channel.
Okay.
So there are people watching the BitChute videos that go up. There are people.
I don't know. I'll have to look into that. What's next on the plate?
We can let's go back and talk about PAX and Borderlands 3. What do you think of the trailer?
I'm not a huge Borderlands fan. I bought the Handsome Edition on Steam for $10.
Never played Borderlands in my life.
Borderlands is a lot of fun. It's a great looter shooter that you don't have to pay microtransactions.
Yeah,
I'm not into looter shooter games.
I played a little bit of 1 and 2, just a very little bit. I think it's on the playlist. It's just that it was like that kind of game does not really interest me. I'd rather play Doom than Borderlands. But I might have to go and replay the whole thing again because I know there's gonna be people who want me to play Borderlands 3. Other than that, it's like I don't know. I
mean, it looks good, but this is my thing. Like, I'm still more excited for Rage 2.
Don't even know what Rage is.
I have Rage 1, but I never
Rage
played
2
it.
Is the next shooter coming from ID/Bethesda. ID Software. It's being developed. The same company that does Doom.
Hello, Mind Flare. Oh crap! He's gonna eat our brains.
Wow, he's from the Nightmare realm.
Yeah, or from the Underdark.
Isn't a Mind Flare? Don't they have?
Brain? Where's the Elder Brain?
You ever play Spelljammer?
No.
In Spelljammer, in Spelljammer, like Mind Flyers were like the main enemy, and they traveled
to get you all. I bet you are Mind Flare. Get us. We have dices and character sheets. We will beat you.
For Borderlands 3, but I mean, then are you excited at all for Rage 2?
I have one. I got for $4 at GameStop. It's just I never plugged it and played it yet.
Rage 1 is going to be different because Rage 2 has, I mean, it's a first-person shooter, but it's going to have some looter shooter type aspects to it, like Borderlands, but it's not going to be completely like Borderlands. I mean, so we'll see. I don't know. It looks good. The first Rage was okay. It was a straight-up shooter, kind of like how Doom is, but I don't know. Like, I really enjoyed the trailer for Rage 2. What I've read. I don't know what the release date for Borderlands 3 is, even if we have one.
I'm looking up Mind Flare in the monster manual. I never looked at the one for the 5e. Left is Scourge, Sonic Wave. I think they changed the Mind Flare, didn't they, on the 5e?
Hi, Galaxy Cat.
I'll have to look at it. I might make a video of Mind
Flare.
I
don't think that there is a release date for Borderlands. Why are we talking about Mind Flares? You want to talk about D&D?
No, the guy was his Mind Flares, so I can see the other world. So he's just basically playing character. Because I know that they changed Mind Flare. Because I know a lot from 3.5. They changed a lot on the 5e one.
I mean, they're shadow type creatures and astral plane creatures.
Oh, that guy is my brother from D&D. If you guys want to ask some D&D question, we can answer some as well. You should know me by now, Gribbs. Like, there's a lot of game I haven't really played or touched. A lot of games I might have. It's collecting the dust.
Which is hard to believe. You have so many games.
But so little
why
time
do
to
you
play
buy them and not play them?
Yeah.
You have all the time in the world. That's what you do is you play games.
I can't. I got to please you, Grim. I have to massage your toes, your legs. I gotta make sure you're in working condition. I got Bonka says, Ashley, we have our fight sometimes. Okay.
I can protect myself from a Mind Flare, for I'm a druid.
No, Mind Flare. If you guys go against Mind Flare, you'll probably die in two turns.
Wait till a higher level.
Yeah, because he's like, there's. I think there's a spell. I think there's a spell here, that basically you got to do a will save, or you basically like incapacitated in a trance, and it just starts eating your brain. And when it starts eating your go to your skulls and brain, it does a tremendous amount of damage. Mind flares are very nasty. When is? Did they get a release date for the Overwatch Nights for the Switch yet, or no?
No, Beamdog hasn't released anything yet. They only announced they were doing it.
Okay.
You know that the title of this stream is Saturday Night Live.
Games, D&D, and New
Planet. Lance, did you see the name of the stream?
Yeah, Saturday Night Live, game, tabletop, and New Planet.
It's Sunday.
Oh. Okay. Sunday. There you go. It's being saved now. I'm sorry. The damn the new cat kept me up. That's why I didn't stream much today, because of the damn cat. It's very needy.
So what else? What else? Did you see anything else from PAX?
I guess I didn't watch PAX. You're the only one that watched PAX.
Really? You didn't watch any of the PAX stuff?
No, I don't know when they came out.
All weekend.
And I didn't see any videos about reviews or stuff about PAX on the subscription. Usually, a lot of the channels that I watch, like IGN stuff, they like review a lot of PAX stuff. But only thing I saw was Borderlands and the Elder Scroll.
Yeah, that's all out of PAX. And of course, there was gameplay of the Outer Worlds. There was gameplay of that release. That looks interesting. That's one of the games that went Epic Store exclusive. Well, it's kind of Epic Store exclusive. It's Epic Store exclusive and Microsoft Store. So they went both. Also, I didn't see any gameplay of Mortal Kombat 11 for the Switch, but
I saw the trailer of it. I thought it was kind of stupid.
For the Switch?
No.
I'm talking about actual gameplay.
Oh, actual gameplay.
Yeah. So there was a lot of demos for it at PAX.
How did they do for the Switch?
They didn't show any gameplay from the Switch, which worries me, right? Because that worries me that there's a problem with it, that it's just not. It's either running out of much lower resolution, maybe it's frame rate problems or something along those lines. But the gameplay of the Switch version of Mortal Kombat 11, because you can imagine, right, that the Switch is probably going to have problems with Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get it for the. I'm not going to get it for the Switch.
I'm not going to support NetherRealms regardless because of all the stuff that's gone on with them. I'm just talking about the. I'm only bringing it up in regards to the fact that the Switch just has problems running ports. You know.
I'm waiting on the review for the Dead or Alive Scarlet for the Switch. How well it runs, because I had to cancel the one from the PS4 because of the censorship stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't started a review yet for the Dead or Alive Scarlet, the Scarlet one. Because if it runs good on the Switch, I'll get it. On the Mortal Kombat 11, I might play once or twice in my life. I just wait till the used sales bin for $10, a year or two from now. That's how I got the XL. And then, you know how much that the Mortal Kombat 10 collector edition with the Scorpion statue cost me on Amazon about a year later? $20. The whole set of the game for $20.
They still have the collector's edition?
Yeah, still in the box. You want me to get it out?
He only got it because he wanted the Scorpion statue. He's truly a child.
If I'm a child, then Grim is also a child too. Then
where's the Scorpion statue? Go get it. Show us.
Yeah, Lance.
Yeah. Wait a second. I'm putting his link up. If the link looks okay. Okay.
He's doing the Stranger Things mind flare. He's not doing the D&D mind flare.
Well, Stranger Things is based on Dungeons and Dragons.
But their mind flare doesn't look anything like a D&D. Their monsters look more plant-like than anything else.
What?
Stranger Things, the monsters in it look more plant-like.
Grim knows more about the Shadowfell world than I do.
Yeah, the Upside Down is kind of like a copy, not a copy, or it's based on the Shadowfell of D&D, or in older versions of Dungeons and Dragons, the plane of shadow and the negative energy plane.
Well, they're doing what was out in the 80s, because the show takes place in the 80s.
Right, so it was in the 80s, there was the plane of shadow.
I think they were doing, were they doing advanced D&D?
Yeah, they were playing.
They were playing advanced D&D. I'm not getting a platform, but here's the scorpion statue of it.
Yeah, it's a little lagging behind, but oh, there he is, Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is the MK10 Scorpion.
Mm-hmm. $20 on Amazon. Brand new.
Yeah, I mean, that's about what XL costs right now, right?
Huh?
XL's like Mortal Kombat XL is like $10, $20.
Yeah, I got the XL used for, I believe, $10. I got it because of the extra creature from the DLC. I don't think it came with the cold and stuff, but other than that,
he says the one from D&D is my brother, but D&D was before.
Fine Fire is trolling the podcast, so let's not.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let's stop.
Okay.
You're not going to be buying any more PlayStation games, huh?
I'm gonna get a PlayStation game. I'm just not gonna get games that are censored. That's all. So that company can boycott PlayStation, or they got it on Xbox to buy an Xbox. Because there's a lot of JRPGs I know they're not going to be censoring and everything else that I want to play. Because I do play a lot of JRPG style games, and Xbox doesn't really have much JRPG style games.
Have you looked into the Cold Steel series? It's by Exceed.
No.
There's two of them.
Yeah, I think I have it. I look at the list of stuff I have.
Well, they originally came out on the Vita.
I have a Vita. Ashley knows all the Vita games that we have.
Right. But now they have PC versions of it, which you can PC versions of it, which you can now get on GOG.com, by the way. VRM free.
Cold Stone?
Yeah, Cold Steel. Yeah.
Cold Steel.
On GOG. And
I'll
then
pull out GOG.
There's a PS4 remaster of number 1, and they're working on a remaster of number 2. I mean, they're decent games, you know. Exceed gets a lot of crap for making subpar games sometimes because they really kind of try to focus on fan service. But I mean, they're good. I don't own them, but I have played them on the Vita before, and I thought they were pretty good JRPGs. If you like JRPGs, definitely they're not bad. I mean, they're definitely good. I take a look at them. They're up your alley. They're up the alley of the type of game that you play. So definitely take a look at them.
I'm pulling GOG up and looking it up right now.
Yeah, start Cold Steel.
You know, I like. There's like a lot of games. I'm not buying any games. Only games I bought was Warcraft 1 and 2 and games for Vera, but other than that, yeah, that's it for the games for this month. Is it me?
It's coming out soon, right?
What?
So Devil May Cry 5 came out, and that game was, everyone says it's pretty good. It's just one of those things. It's like $60 for that game. Oh my god, it gives me a headache. Think about it.
Just wait for it to go down in price and then get it.
Yeah. And
it's a good game. It's a very good game. I love it.
No doubt.
Very well done. And you won't believe the graphics on it. The graphics are amazing.
It's $40.
What is?
The game.
Cold Steel?
Well, Trials of Cold Steel. It's $40, and there's
number 1, number 2,
and their number 2 costs $20. The number 1 costs $40. Number 2 costs $15.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of weird. Well, because that number one is a remaster from the Vita, and they're currently still working on the remaster of number 2.
Okay.
So it looks like they're both $40, both 1 and 2. They're both $39.99. But something to keep in mind for the future, that there are some other JRPGs out there that are interesting and I think are pretty good games. So, check those out.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't know about it, but there are so many games.
I think I seen it. It was probably just too expensive for me to buy. Because a lot of the games I buy,
they've gone down in price. I mean, although on the Vita, I think the Vita they were always $39.99. I don't think they've ever more than that.
Unless they're used, it was like 20 something. Me and Ash always get like you buy 2 get 1 free, or buy 4 get 1 free.
Those you mean with the games. Vita? You mean the Vita? You always bought me the dating games.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
Yeah, because that's what I play, is the dating games.
Yeah, and usually I get I go to like the bins, like one of those, like what they have on like you buy 4 of these, or like $10 or less. That's by the ones I don't have.
Now video games are getting expensive.
Yeah, I think they discontinued the games now, didn't they?
Well,
other games
still putting out games. Limited run games.
For what I can see, all the dating games are moving over to the Switch.
Yeah, they're all probably moving to the Switch because everyone's buying a Switch now, but
they haven't made it over to America yet, which makes me cry.
Check PlayAsia.
Well, they're only in Japanese on PlayAsia.
No, sometimes they have English ones too.
Does translations.
Check PlayAsia. There'll be subtitles, so you're just gonna be reading it.
So play
Asia. But yeah.
Did you get to pick any more Switch games up this year? Or?
I think one Switch I'm gonna probably pick up with Undertale. Actually, no, I bought Final Fantasy VII for the Switch.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Final Fantasy, next month another remaster of XX2 comes out for the Switch and Xbox One.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. I already got it for the I have Final Fantasy X and X2 on the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. So yeah.
PlayStation 2 is coming out for the Switch.
Yeah, I beat that game multiple times. I have it on Steam as well now.
Trials of the Cold Steel 2 comes out May 7th.
I want to get the Dragon Quest 11 for the Switch. Once the review is sit and solid, and we'll give you lag stuff. And I'll get it, and I'm gonna take a picture of me doing that little pixel things. And just take a picture of it to you, because you won't be able to get it unless you pay for it.
Bastard.
Yeah.
So, talk about the Konami Arcade Classic.
Huh?
The Konami Arcade Classic disc coming out.
I will probably get the Castlevania and the Contra.
Well, no, I thought it was a collection.
No, there's 3 collections.
So tell us about how's the Arcade Classic going to be released?
One is the Konami collection. There's like 8 games for it. That's coming in like April. And there's another collection for Castlevania. It's 8 Castlevania games. And there's another one for Contra. It comes another 8 different types of Contra games that they made.
Sorry for the cough, everyone.
So right now we already know what 4 games are going to be out for the Castlevania Contra. We know what the other 4 is going to be.
So that's all that.
Maybe. So, yeah. Why? So yeah.
So we know that there's so there's 3 collections, right? As you said. One's called the Arcade Classics, one's called the Castlevania Collection, the other's the Contra Collection.
We don't know what the price is going to be still. And we don't know it's going to be. I think it's going to be only downloadable. But I don't think it's going to be an actual cartridge or disc based or anything.
Which makes me sad. I hate that. I want it to be an actual physical thing. Four secret titles that have yet to be confirmed for the Castlevania disc.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know what's going to be on the thing.
You only know one,
two,
three,
and four.
And 4, and the number 2 is going to be on the Game Boy. One was on the Game Boy.
I'd like to see one of the DS ones on there, and Symphony of the Night, and Rondo of Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse.
I think they're gonna put number 2, like Simon's Quest, on it. I own 1, 2, 3 on the Super Nintendo, on Nintendo.
So that would be the NES Castlevania 2.
Yeah, then they gotta get the Super. They get number 4, and they gotta get the one for the Sega Genesis. That would be nice to have in there, and pop for the PS1.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting. Well, anyhow, it's we won't know until you know more until they put more information out for it. But other than that,
exciting that they're going to do that. I just hate that it doesn't have a physical release. Like the beat 'em ups collection, there's no release for that. There's no physical release for that. Mm-hmm. That kind of made me sad. The one that was on the Switch, I still might pick it up because there's some decent games in that beat 'em ups collection. Mm-hmm. But it's digital only, and I hate that. I hate digital only.
Well, there's nothing you can complain about it. It's going to happen one way or another. You just deal with
I say that, but every PC game that I own or every PC game that I
digitally.
Bought, in the last at least bought an actual physical PC game. I bought a bunch of PC games.
Yeah, this is the last of the physical PC game I own underneath this table. You can see back there. Last of the physical PC games I own.
StarCraft was the last. StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void, was the last physical thing I bought.
Well, I bought StarCraft 2. That was physical. Then they got the 2 expansion. That was a freaking cold. I just had the box for it, and it's a cold. Like, really?
Yeah, I have boxes for all 3 StarCraft 2s. Mm-hmm. But when I hadn't played them in a couple years, and I went to reinstall them, and I saw that my StarCraft 1 disc was rotted away, actually. My StarCraft 1 disc rotted. And the computer couldn't really read it that well.
How did your StarCraft 1 disc? Mine's not even rotted.
Because, look, CDs, they can rot, just so you know.
Yeah, well, what condition do you put your CDs in?
I don't know.
Did you put it in a damp area with sunlight?
No idea. I mean, sometimes you just get a bad CD, right? Occasionally CDs just don't last.
Yeah.
The majority of them do, but sometimes you just get one that rots. And this one kind of had some rot on it. But anyway, the point of the story is that when I went to install it, I didn't even need the CD because I logged into my Battlenet account and just confirmed the CD key that was already on my account. And literally, Battlenet just installed it off of Battlenet onto my computer. Mm-hmm. It didn't read any of the discs. It just downloaded all, StarCraft 2, like Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, Legacy of the Void. It downloaded them. It didn't even ask me for the discs. So you don't even need the discs. I thought that was funny. I have physical discs, and the codes that came with them. But once you enter the codes into Battlenet, you never need the disc.
No, you don't. Like my Diablo 2, I just bought it online.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I still had my Diablo 2 back from when I bought it, and it still worked. So we played all that Diablo 2. And hopefully we're going to get a lot of Halo in after I replace my modem for a second time tomorrow. ridiculous.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'll be gone most of the afternoon.
Yeah, I'll be gone. Probably play.
I will play till late at night. I might have to take a nap before Minecraft, but yeah. I don't know how long the doctor's appointment's going to be. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay at the Korean market.
The Korean market, eh?
We need to get kimchi and some instant ramens. Your favorite. Delicious.
You can buy instant ramen at the supermarket.
No, we buy a particular instant ramen. We buy the Asian instant ramen. We buy the Korean spicy instant ramen or black bean paste instant ramen.
Well, if you eat that, it's gonna kill you.
No, it won't kill me. It will kill you.
Oh no, I can eat hot stuff. I'm just fine with that.
No, I mean you can eat the packet, the salt and stuff.
So why don't you, for everyone to see and record it for all time, walk behind you, get that PlayStation Classic, open that box up, of course, and then give it a smash. Give it a smash.
What, the PlayStation 4 Classic? PlayStation Classic?
Yeah.
Oh, you heard about the new Sony Genesis Master Drive they're gonna come out with? It's not that game's not gonna make it anymore.
Right. It's 40 games.
And they go also add a cartridge in it too.
Right, there's a cartridge slot. Supposedly there's a cartridge slot in it. And it's $70. Now, I think it's going to be a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow, and this is why. Because the casual gamer isn't going to know the difference between this system and let's say that this system comes out and it has superior emulation compared to what At Games created. Because, At Games created shit. Their systems were crap, and their emulation was crap. And this system comes out and it's near perfect emulation, but it's $70 for 40 games. When you see the At Games consoles, which are still on the market, and there's the one that has 70 games on it, and the thing's $40, right? So the casual person is going to look at that and they're like, "What? I don't get it. I'm just going to buy the one with 70 games." So they're going to continue to get the one with the crappy emulation. I just think the price point is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people.
Well,
because of all the different, crappy emulation systems that At Games made for Sega. So I don't know what they're thinking. And I think 40 games is too low. I think Sega, a company who's released all of these, collections and all of these systems through At Games, they could have come out with a system with like 100+ games on it, right? The Genesis collection that just came out with all the current systems, it's got games on it.
And remember, also the Japanese version of it and the American version of it is going to have different games.
Well, so the Genesis collection that came out for the Switch, Xbox One, and PS4, did that have different games per region?
I don't think so, but the Master Drive the new one they're gonna come out with, it's gonna have different gens, gonna have different games. They're like the more anime style RPG games Japan's gonna have. We're not gonna get that.
So I don't. I mean, we're not sure yet, and I hear what you're saying, and I understand, but I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think Sega's gonna do that.
No, they already announced some of the games that's gonna be out.
No, I understand, but I think that they're just making one. I don't think they're going to have different. I don't think they're going to do, because none of their stuff in the past has done that. None of their collections have been different per region. And that was the only point of why I brought that up.
I'll pull it out. No, they did. They got like a few games out. They gave us the full 41 so far. But that's basically what's happening right now. Because there's a lot of games that the Japanese market don't play. Like Echo the Dolphin is not gonna be. They're not gonna have, and they're not gonna have on that gen. We're gonna have that, and I hate that game to a passion.
Didn't you get it on like Steam? I got
it on GOG. Oh no, I got it on Steam. Yeah, no, I got it on Steam. I got it because I hated it so much that I want to beat it this time. You know me. If I hate something, I must beat it.
Well, there you go.
Like your Persona 2, I must destroy it. I got my plane ticket going up there right now.
You're gonna smash Persona 2, but you won't smash that damn PlayStation Classic, which you paid too much money for.
Mm-hmm.
I told him not to get it.
Get what?
The PlayStation Classic, which is like $39.99 now.
I got $50. $50. Come on.
I told him it was a waste of money.
It's a good looker piece.
Well, you get it?
It's a waste of money.
Don't worry, I just got this just to haunt Grim to the end of his earth and his grave. When he dies, I'm just gonna put this in his casket when they bury him.
Let's take a quick look at that. So Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 0 coming out for the Switch.
Yeah, it's a GameCube graphic, I believe.
So it's the GameCube version? Okay.
There's a GameCube version of it. In Japan version of it, all one cartridge. An American version, when they send to America, only any Resident Evil 0 is going to be on a cartridge, but you got to download Resident Evil 4. And I don't like that. It's like, why?
So Resident Evil, so is it one collection? So is it supposed to come in one collection? Resident Evil, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 0?
Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 4 would be in one cartridge in the Asian market. And when it goes to American market, the one cartridge will only be Resident Evil 0, and Resident Evil 4 we gotta download it at the store with the code to redeem it.
Man, I hate that.
That's what they did the same thing with the Mega Man collection 1 and 2.
That, but if you buy the Mega Man collection on the Xbox One or the PS4,
they're all one disc.
It's 2 discs.
2 discs?
Yeah, 2 discs.
Well,
but
I have on the Switch.
You get all the games on disc.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's Mega Man Collection 1, Mega Man Collection 2, and that's how they have it set up, and everything's on those discs.
Yeah,
I'm interested in getting those, actually. I was looking at those.
I don't know. I already beat 2. And I'm never going to play it again. It was whatever setting they actually had it in the beginning. And she stopped. She said it was too hard. And I beat it for her. I got beat Biohazard. I only play those games if Ashley doesn't finish it. Because it's already up on the playlist. I look at it like, that game needs to be finished as soon as possible. I start playing it for her.
Another kind of exciting release that was talked about a little. Shenmue 3 comes out at the end of the summer.
I have Shenmue 1 and 2 on, I believe, on the PS4. I haven't touched it.
You should give them a try, see what you think. Just to give like impressions. You could do like a little reaction video or impressions video on it. Not a full review. I think it's kind of a waste of time to do that because the games are old and there's been so many reviews done for them. But just to play them and kind of do an impressions video.
Let me finish Warcraft 1 and 2 and Biohazard, and I will play Shenmue 1 and 2. No, and Halo 1 through 5, then 1 and Shenmue 1 and 2.
Well, we'll go through Halo 1 through 5. I don't have 5, but I have a Master Chief Collection. You get 5.
Post
says, only like bucks, right?
Yeah, Post
How
says,
much is 5?
Huh? How much is 5? Should be like $10-20 now.
Yeah, so I'll pick that up after I get my modem tomorrow and we start getting through the Master Chief Collection. I'll pick up 5.
Post says another good reason to import.
What is?
I think the games and stuff.
Oh, the fact that they're not on the physical media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Yeah, you know, because I'm lucky to get 400 gig. Everyone has like pretty much like between 164 gigs to 128 gigs on their memory stick on their Switch.
My Switch is a 128.
Yeah, I have a 400, so. Well, technically it's 380 something because of the software and stuff for it, but yeah. Okay.
It's just it's annoying. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that you should be able to get physical media, and the physical media should fully install so that you don't need the cartridge or the disc anymore. And you install it, and then you don't have to have it in there anymore. Kind of like StarCraft 2, right? Like I have the discs but I don't need the discs to play the game.
Mm-hmm. We should do a protest. Stop treating us like a second-class citizen. All on physical media.
We talked a lot about Google and
the streaming service. I don't know.
We talked a lot about that last week, but we didn't really talk a lot about the Xbox One S, the all digital edition, and how well do you think it's going to sell?
It's going to sell either way. It might be the mid range. I would say of it. One problem is that the hard drive space. If you're doing all digital media on it, why sell for a terabyte?
Did they announce how big the hard drive is yet?
A terabyte.
Digital. I'm gonna look and see if they. I didn't know if they had a.
No, I bet you it's gonna be a terabyte. Knowing them for the past several years now, terabyte, and terabyte, because they want to try to make it cheap as possible for the consumer. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, you could get an external hard drive for it. Yeah, spend our $200-300 for like an 8 terabyte or something like that.
You can get a 4 terabyte for like $80.
Yeah, I have a 2 terabyte one, the Xbox external one I got for like 60 a long time ago. But yeah, they're gonna make it a terabyte because they know that they're like, oh, we'll let you use the external one, just buy another memory hard drive for it. It's like,
well, just say I hope not, because I know, but I hope they would do that.
$5, $5, $1,000 1 terabyte.
With a 1 terabyte hard drive in 2019, that seems like a bad bet, on their part. It seems like a bad idea.
The next gen's gonna be another 1 terabyte. $5. I put $5 down on the table. They're gonna say 1 terabyte space. It supports a 3.5 drive. You just get a SSH solid state hard. No, solid state hard drives are more expensive. I'd rather not get a solid state hard drive. I wasn't even thinking about getting a solid state hard drive, and they're still expensive. It's like the money's not worth it. So I just got 8 terabyte Western Digital that was on sale for like $80.
Yeah,
solid state are just too damn expensive to buy right now. The only way that will drop in price dramatically, huh?
Good power management. So you don't have to worry about where to drive, because the PS4 and the Xbox One, they shut the drive down when it's not using.
Yeah, the problem is that if more people bought a solid state drive, the more price will go down on it, and they'll produce a lot more. Just that not enough people are buying enough solid state drive for it.
But most PCs that ship today, especially gaming PCs, all at least for the drive are all solid state.
No,
they're all SSHD. Yeah, they are. Go look at any gaming PC.
Every gaming PC I know doesn't use solid state drive unless they have they have like an addition add-on that you could pay $200 more for a solid state drive to add into your hard drive. But other than that, no, they don't, because it costs too much.
Because just about every gaming PC that I look at will have an SSD, say a 64 gigabyte or 128 gigabyte SSD for a boot drive, and then it'll have additional storage, like a 4 terabyte or an 8 terabyte internal drive.
All people uses SSD.
Go look at like Digital Storm. You can see that all of
you're going in and out, PCs, just letting you know.
Yeah, because my internet sucks.
Yeah, Digital what?
So all the Digital Storm. So if you go look at Digital Storm, or if you go look at Dell, if you go look at HP, all the gaming PCs, all their pre-built.
Let's look at the $699 pre-built right now. No, I want to know the specs of it. Storage SSD up to 3 times 2.0 storage expandability, up to 2 times 3 3.5 HDD. Doesn't tell me what comes with it, because you could put an SSD on it, but doesn't tell me where it's customized. Where is the okay? Buy it now. Okay, here we go. Buy it now. Let's see your hard drive for $699, 2 terabyte, 2700 RPM. We know that's an HDD. 2 terabyte. No. 240 for $1,400 for a solid state drive, or 240 gig for a $1,400.
They're expensive, but all of the gaming PCs run them for boot drive.
Yeah, but not all pre-built. I'm saying like a lot of them are, because they're very expensive. They usually add on to it. So
240 gigabyte solid state drive right there. 240 gigabyte.
Yeah, for if you get the best one for like 1,400. And let me see what they have.
Well, 1,400.
A 1060 and i7 8700, 8 gigs for 1,400. I can get way better stuff than majority, a lot of these, especially the graphics I upgraded to 1080.
Well, okay, so but that's digital storm. I mean, you can go to Dell, you can go to HP. The point being that any computer, all the gaming PCs, most of the pre-builts that are high-end or
if you got the high-end PC, yes.
No, even the mid-end, they all run SSDs. Anyone not running an SSD in like a pure gaming computer as their boot drive, you're not getting the performance that you need.
I'm fine. I'm not getting SSD until it goes down in price. I don't have the money or the expenditures for it right now. Like they can spend $200 to $400 on their SSD for it. You know, if it helps you out with your performance to boot your Windows very quickly, stuff like that, all for it. I'm used to having my computer takes 5 to 10 minutes to load up. So
I mean, yeah, that's fine. That's the direction you want to go.
Yeah, it's like once it goes down on price and everything, it's just then I'll buy it. I have my eye on it. It's just that it's like a lot of people I know. Do you guys have SSD on your guys' high powered computer right now, or no?
Yes, the gaming PC that's the i7 has an SSD.
Okay, how big?
It's a digital storm. It's a 240 SSD. No, it's a 128.
Okay.
The 128 SSD. That's the boot drive, and then the computer has
So what's the difference? So what's the difference with the boot? That's just basically the operating system that's on the SSD.
Yep. So anything to do with the operating system or drivers is on the SSD, and I mean the computer pretty much boots instantly.
Mm-hmm.
You turn it on. You turn it on. The computer's on. It's in Windows.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically what SSDs give you.
Yeah. So okay. Does that anything to do with the gaming aspect of all, or no? Does it give you a little more performance or just the operating system?
Nope, it does give you a small boost in performance in loading games.
Can you say that again? You got cut off.
It's the what?
You got cut off. Can you say that again?
It does give you a small performance boost in loading games.
Okay.
I mean, it still needs to load the majority of the game off the extra storage, which is usually a regular hard drive, 2 to 8 terabytes, depending on when you bought it. So it does give you some advantage.
Yeah. So if it's not a huge advantage or a moderate advantage, I'm basically hearing it's like I'll wait till it drops in price. But I don't think you need 128 for like a SSD for operating. Just need 64 gigs.
Yeah, so when you're transferring data from the storage drives where your games are, like I said, you do get a performance increase because the SSD, the fact that the operating system is coming off the SSD does improve your read-write speed to the other to the other storage drives. I mean, like I said, the games you're not going to see a gigantic increase, but you do see better performance. It's noticeable. You see it, and of course, like I said, the computer will instantly boot into Windows.
Yeah, well, I'll wait till it drops in price. It's not in my budget right now. Hey, Kesa, it's like all pre-built. That was average pre-built, Farah. Average, yes. We just said average. SSD improves your read and write speed.
That anything that needs performance is going to run an SSD. That's just a given.
Yeah, I know that boots it off really well and everything else. The problem is that it's just not everyone can afford it. Unless you want to like eat ramen for the next couple months, go for it. But I don't want to do that again.
That's what you do anyway. You eat ramen regardless.
I eat ramen once or twice a week. That's it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And how many times a week do you eat spam?
Actually 2 cans a month. 2 cans a month.
2 cans a month. You should eat it more than that. Spam's inexpensive.
Spam is $2.50 a can.
Yeah, it's like a whole meal for $2.50.
No, I actually cut it in quarters. So I get like 2 slices of ham and cut it in matchsticks and fry it with some eggs. And eat it with rice.
Yeah, I've never done that. I've had spam, but
if you're not like Ashley doesn't. Ashley hasn't been talking for a while. Ashley will tell you she doesn't like broccoli and stuff. If I make the broccoli for her and stuff, she'll love it. I know to make it properly. Now, not a lot of people know how to cook food properly.
You're talking about stuff I don't understand.
Broccoli.
Computer. Let's just talk about NVMEs. Yeah, NVMe is. I thought NVMe was an interface for SSDs.
Mm-hmm.
So NVMEs are SSDs. Pretty sure NVMEs are SSDs.
I don't know what NVMEs are.
Stands for something Memory Express. ME is Memory Express.
Hold on. I'll look it up once they drop down in price. Once they drop in price, I'll research it.
Memory Express. The host control interface, the storage protocol created to accelerate the transfer of data between the enterprise and client systems and solid-state drives where a computer's high-speed peripheral component interconnect Express Plus, the PCIe Plus.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a faster controller for SSDs.
Yeah, SSD, but they are connected differently. All right, I'll research it when they drop down and dramatically down in price. We're going to take a 5-minute break here. You guys can talk to each other and stuff. Usually it's a 5-minute intermittent break that we probably do at a halfway point. We will have.
Actually, well, it's already 11 o'clock. So.
Yeah, well, you'll be talking about the new planet.
Yeah, we'll talk about the new planet, and then we'll sign off until next week.
Mm-hmm. I actually turn on your cam. I don't think you'll be going in and out, are you?
No.
Okay, then turn the cam.
What people want to see my red hair?
Sarah wants to see your red hair.
Okay, so speaking of SpaceX, right? The satellite that we use to find planets was actually launched last year by a SpaceX Falcon 9. Go SpaceX again, right? Did he leave?
Yeah, he left.
All right, I will wait until he gets back. And these NVMEs are expensive to host. These NVMe SSDs, and they have 1 terabytes. Actually, I mean they're not too bad. I take that back. But like 1 terabyte's like 200. 1 terabyte, 200. 1 terabyte Samsung is $250. It looks like, or $290 on Amazon.
That's still expensive to me.
Yeah, for a terabyte, sure, it's a lot of money, but think about the speed you're getting out of it. I mean, speed. I mean, you're instantly booting Windows. It's like instantaneous. Light speed. It doesn't have to read a drive platter and reads up to 3,500 megabits a second. That is speed. That is speed. That's 3.5 gigs a second read time on the NVMe hard drives. Wow. Yeah, that is fast.
Carl says I should be sleeping.
The reason why they are high at the moment is due to manufacturing. Yeah, case in point, definitely. Yeah, Post, we were talking about manufacturing earlier when kind of talking about the reason why Nintendo would be pushing so hard for possibly releasing a Nintendo Switch Pro, because the fabrication process for the Tegra is basically done. You know, NVIDIA isn't producing chips at that size, at that nanometer size anymore. So, you know, access to the chip is gone. Which, by the way, is not the first time this has happened to a large electronics manufacturer. Look what happened to Apple. You know, Apple was running the G5 Post. I'm sure you remember all this when it happened. You know, Apple was using the G5 for their computers. I think back in like 2007. You know, they went to IBM, who was manufacturing the G5 for them, and they said, "Hey, you know, we're looking for a laptop chip," because at the time, you know, the fastest laptops, fastest MacBooks were G4s. And you know, IBM kind of turned around and said, "Nope, we're just dropping the G5 project altogether," and you know, kind of took Apple off guard. It just wasn't a big enough market for IBM. They didn't want to manufacture the chip, and you know, Apple just wasn't buying enough of the chip, so they didn't want to pay for R&D on the chip to make a better chip. They didn't even want to pay for R&D to make a laptop version of it. So that's why Apple went to Intel. And that's why all Macs and stuff are all Intel today. Although all their portable devices are ARM, but all their desktops and laptops are Intels, because it was easy for them to get the Intel chip, you know, and adapt it to their software. Of course, it meant that they had to rewrite Mac OS, which we all remember, and the two versions of Mac OS 10, right? There's the PowerPC version, which is the pre-Intel chip version, and then there's the Intel version, which is what they're running on today. I did see who won the invitation, though. I think it was that. God,
I'm back. Gluttony's crying for you, Ashley. Hello, Carl.
Yeah, I got a name. Oh God. He's asking who won the MTG Magic the Gathering Arena Invitational at PAX East.
MTG, or what PAX East for MTG?
Yeah, the Magic the Gathering Arena Invitational, which was at PAX East.
Okay, well that's not my area.
Yeah, that's an Italian guy. Yeah. Yeah, he is a great player, Carl. He's a great player at both paper and arena, it seems, which is good.
Is it Ryzen 3 came out yet?
The what?
Ryzen 3 for the AMD. Because I know I'm going to be upgrading my desktop soon.
I mean, you mean like the Ryzen 3 chip? Yeah, they have Ryzen 3s. The Ryzen 3rd Gen chip? Yeah, the Ryzen 3rd Gen chip is on the market. They've got like I think they've got the Ryzen 3000, Ryzen 2300X.
They got Ryzen 7. 2700X.
Well, that's Ryzen 7 is the name of the chip, but that's it's a third gen chip.
Okay.
That's what Post is talking about, the Zen 2 technology, which is yeah.
Not bad. Almost $300.
Couple years old.
Mine's 2 years old.
2 years. Mine's not
probably,
even a year.
So I would imagine, I would guess that what you have is a Gen 7 i7.
It is. I'm looking at the about on my display. This what mine is a 4.0 i7 6700K CPU, 4.0 gigahertz.
Well, what's the model number on it?
It's on the screen.
The Gen 6.
Mm-hmm.
You have an i7 Gen 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what I have.
16 gigs of RAM.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a general question here.
Okay.
Systems around.
No red shirt joke though.
No red shirts. Just don't wear a red shirt. How many solar systems are out there?
How many? Isn't there like billions of them?
Is there? Is there billions?
There's only one solar system because it's named after our star.
It's a trick question. Which Ashley got. Yes.
No, you didn't get the parallel universes as well, you know.
Well, in this universe.
You forgot the parallel universe. Come on.
I did.
So that means there would be a skinny Lance, someone who's nice.
Or an anorexic Lance.
Oh my god, that's terrible, but we're going to go with it.
Or it'll be an anorexic Lance that looks like Mr. Burns with his evil scheme. Excellent. And there'll be Grim with a hot bod, but he can't get it. He can't get it on.
At a parallel universe, there could be a Grim that has no health issues.
Yeah, or Grim. Or Grim with all the health issue, and he has to live in a plastic ball for the rest of his life.
A Grim that is not sick at all. I would like that.
Yeah, or Grim that lives in a plastic ball because he's allergic to everything.
Well, they say in a parallel universe, you could be a child, you could be an old person, or you could not be born yet.
Mm-hmm.
All of those are a possibility. So it boggles the mind. What is out there? And how to get to these parallel universes? That's a whole other question.
I say parallel universes probably do exist, but no one knows how to get there.
Right. One of the theories in physics that kind of proves parallel universes exist is called the double slit experiment that Einstein did with light, where he proved that if you measure light as a wave, it doesn't look like a particle. If you measure it as a particle, it doesn't look like a wave. And mathematically, it acts like one of those two objects. There's another mathematical concept of quantum mechanics that they use to try and prove, or philosophically prove that parallel universes exist. And it's the concept we call it interference patterns or shadow patterns, right? And they're kind of like remainders in mathematics when you calculate the path of a particle, the path of or the existence of a quantum state, and I guess to put it simply, if a particle goes left, when you calculate why it went left or how it went left, you're left with a remainder that says the particle also went right. So how can that be? How can you have both that exist, right, or both that are calculated, but you actually saw one? Well, we kind of then look at it philosophically and say, well, that must mean that the particle did both. But we only experienced one of its states, so that its other state must exist, even if we didn't experience it.
Mm-hmm.
So the conclusion, therefore, philosophically is, if you add all that up together, then mathematically you can say, oh, there must be parallel universes.
And mathematically, Grim will have his webcam by now and turn it on.
in another universe.
Yes.
But I can't do that till 12:30 probably. So that's interesting about the universes, right? But what's interesting also is about planets, and I've said this before. Well, we've talked about this before. I don't know how many people in the chat know, but the existence of planets outside of the solar system. I mean, how long have we actually known that planets exist outside of the solar system?
Isn't it like what in the when they know since they released the Hubble telescope, didn't they?
Actually, we didn't even know when we released the Hubble telescope. Came online, and
yeah, they were hoping that they get something, but they wasted money. They might see a blank state. Instead, they found other galaxies, billions of them.
Well, no, we've had radio telescopes and optical telescopes for a long time, so we know that there's others. We know there's many stars and galaxies out there, but exoplanets. We'll call them exoplanets. Okay, simply meaning a planet that is not in the solar system. We didn't know that they absolutely existed until 1997, right? We just assumed that other planets existed, and we assumed that exoplanets existed, but we had no actual proof. We hadn't seen one, either with an optical telescope or a radio telescope or anything. A lot of the planets that we found literally have been found with planet finding satellites that we put into space. The one that we were using until recently was called the Kepler, and it went offline, and it was replaced last year by what we call the TESS. It was launched again by SpaceX Falcon 9. Way to go, Elon Musk, and it's been the one we've been using to find planets. Basically, we look for what we call star quakes, right? And that's how we find planets. We find little wobbles or movements in stars that say there must be another object that is not another star, something much smaller. So we deduce that it must be a planet, and then we go look for the planet. So we just found another planet. It has no name. It's just TOI, standing for Test Object of Interest. Again, TESS is the telescope that's in orbit that finds planets. So it's TOI 197.01. I had just written that down because I wouldn't have remembered anyway else. And here are the interesting parts about this planet. This is not a planet that would probably have life. Okay, we have located roughly trying to think how many stars in our observable. I don't know, probably like we found a bunch of stars in space that could potentially have what we call
the Goldilocks zone,
right, or habitable zone, right? So we have seen a bunch of those in space. This particular planet probably is not one that supports life. It's just so large. So basically, it's the size. It's we calculate it to be about 5 billion years old. This planet is about the size of Saturn. But everything that we see about it's got very low density compared to the Earth, but a much larger mass and a much larger size. So here's the interesting part of the planet. It orbits very close to its star. Okay? Very close to its star. A closer orbit than we have. In fact, its orbital pattern is only 14 days. So it orbits around its star every 14 days. And of course, we're talking Earth days, and the Earth orbits around the sun every 365 days. That's a huge difference. So this is a big planet moving relatively quickly.
And it's not eating, and the star is not eating up the planet.
No, it's in orbit around the planet. So
how big is the star?
The star is a main sequence star. It is a main sequence star, G class. So it's similar to the size of our star. This particular star is a little bigger, but it's in the same class. Why? I'm going to throw this question out there for everyone to ponder. Okay, why do we find all of these stars that their system, systems, other solar planetary systems, are all made up of very large, of what we call Jovian planets, very large planets close to the star, and then small rocky planets very far from the star. That's pretty much what we find every time. But think about it. Our planetary system is the complete opposite. How weird is that?
All of something must have happened.
Yeah, something must have happened. Exactly. But to think
so
about
we're
how
special.
Grim got mad and he threw another planet at that new planet to get close to the sun. And he failed because he thought it would destroy it, but no. It still revolves around that star.
But
well, that can happen, can it? A good enough size asteroid or
probably not an asteroid. It would have to be
another planet,
a planetary size object or planetary size event. We call it an event. It would need to be a planetary size event to kind of pull all of these Jovian planets all the way out into these outer orbits
and leave the giant ones in the dark.
Push the smaller ones closer to the star. Because best guess is that large planets form close to a star, and smaller planets form further from a star.
But are any of these large planets Earth-like? Have they found?
Well, our Earth would be a lot bigger if we were still figuring out how the moon came up to be. It might be part of from the Earth that was broken up while it was still being built, or an asteroid hit it, a chunk flied out of it as well.
Yeah, but so you can't have a planet that's made out of rock the size of Saturn. It has too much gravity. It's not. So there is no such thing. You're never going to find a planet the size of Saturn or Jupiter that is made out of rock. They're always going to be gas giants.
Did we find like a super Earth that's like really big?
Yeah,
Goldilocks zone, and it's like
we found a planet, but not the size of Saturn. That is in the habitable zone of a star. That is much bigger than Earth, and probably made of rock, like the Earth is made of. But it's too far, and temperature on that planet was probably too high to have life as we know it.
But nobody knows, because there could be things out there that like the heat, or there could be things out there that like the really ice cold.
Fire elementals and salamanders. That's what I say.
We don't know.
And fire giants and those fire dwarves, those Azon, something like that lives in that planet.
What we think is habitable could be what we think is not habitable could be habitable to something else.
What if there's silicon-based life, right? So the building block of life as we know it is the carbon molecule. Molecule, as we know from chemistry, is what basically is what holds all.
Did we also find methane as well? Methane.
We found things that we found creatures that basically feed off of methane and hydrogen peroxide and things that we normally see as toxic to most life on Earth, but we find small organisms that can actually feed off that stuff, especially at the bottom of the ocean. These are still carbon-based life forms, though.
Yeah, okay.
Everything here is still carbon-based, even if it can feed off of what we normally see as toxic chemicals and toxic elements. I'm only throwing out there that what if there's another element that is the basis for another type of life? That would be interesting, right?
We don't know.
A non-carbon-based life form. It's not anything that exists on the Earth, of course.
It just means they couldn't come and live on the Earth.
They can, but probably in their own environmental. I don't know how much these also have these different like chemicals, like makeup and stuff with the silicon life base as well. It's like how much the dense of the planet they need to be, or how much like what is their living structures like to be totally different than ours. Even though they try to terraform, be a long time if they could terraform this planet for their muse, like the
Well, we don't know any of
well,
the level of technology. I mean, hey, maybe they have the Genesis device from Star Trek. We've all seen Star Trek 2 and 3. I don't know if we've seen
it. Actually, but I think there's another one that everyone will know, and everyone will pretty much hate this movie, is the Man of Steel Superman, when I forgot General Khan, General, what, I forgot the name, guy who has to try to terraform Earth with a device to their
yeah. And these are instantaneous terraforming devices, just like in Star Trek with the Genesis project.
Yeah.
In Star Trek 2 and 3, that was a device that could instantaneously terraform a planet. And if we can conceive of this stuff in science fiction, there's no reason why it can't exist. It's in some reality or at some level of technology. But why? I just got to keep asking myself. Why? How do we live in a solar system, a planetary system, that the planets are reversed to everything else we see? What caused that to happen? There's a lot of theories out there, but they're not theories, but they're just theories. It's something big, right? Something big happened in this planetary system that caused the Jovian planets to be in the outer orbits and the Terran type planets in the inner orbits. When you look at all of these other systems, it's like these gas giants are orbiting so close to their stars compared to this system. And you ask yourself, how did it get like this? It's just weird.
Time will tell. Someone will find out. We'll have newer technology to understand it all.
Well,
but does it have to be a Terran planet in order to have life?
I would say it would have to be a Terran type planet to have life as we know it.
But we don't know.
I'm always going to say as we know it, because who knows? Maybe
there's something that likes the gas.
Yeah, maybe there's some energy-based life form that lives in the atmosphere of Jupiter that we haven't discovered yet because we've never been to Jupiter, other than sending probes there.
Or it could be flying fish.
It could be flying fish, and that's the thing about just not knowing,
It could be a mermaid-like thing. No one knows.
Post says Pathfinder is based off a true story and the alien wrote it.
And that alien's name is Lance Lyles.
Yes, I am. Give me all your money.
Lance Lyles.
We still gotta do playtest Pathfinder 2. But other than that, it's
for this planet, I'll just say a couple more words on it, and then we can move on. But 1/113th the density of Earth, but 60 times the mass, with an orbital pattern of 14 days. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it's like I said, this thing's the size of Saturn, and that's pretty big. Pretty big.
I'm surprised they didn't pull the Saturn into the sun.
So, why? Their orbital paths. The star is not a black hole. It's not sucking. It's not. Even black holes. Yeah, even black holes don't suck things in. I mean, the idea that, and we got to have that black hole talk, because I think black holes are completely misunderstood. Black holes have what they call orbital accretion disks, where there's a massive amount of material that's around the black hole that's being thrown around at close to the speed of light, if not the speed of light. Which is, by the way, how we find black holes, because we can't actually see a black hole. We can only see the material accretion disk that is orbiting around the black hole. We don't have equipment to measure the dissipation of a black hole, and as black holes actually do dissipate over time, so they only last so long. And we kind of deduce that mathematically. We don't have equipment to measure that, but we do have equipment to measure the accretion disks that surround a black hole. But the point really comes down to that these objects don't suck things in. That's not how gravity works.
Something literally has to go towards it.
Well, there's like different movies and shows, like Stargate. It was basically like a time dilation that slows it really down in a black hole, and the Disney huh?
The Disney movie The Black Hole.
He goes into a different world. There's like the red, like everything is like red.
Right. Right.
And
I mean, as you get closer to a black hole, because of space-time dilation, time changes. Close to the event horizon, as you cross the event horizon, in forms of time. There's theories that if you can travel through a black hole, the other side is called a white hole, and you come out in a parallel universe. There's a lot of stuff around black holes. You know, is there a side of a black hole like in the movie, the Disney movie, The Black? It could be. Who knows, right? Yeah. There could be a planet with a red robot named Maximilian standing on it right now, and
and also
go ahead.
They also did the black hole as one of a bigger version of a wormhole too.
You don't have any version of a wormhole, so I mean, black holes could essentially. Black holes are based on singularities. Maybe you need a singularity to power a wormhole. There are theories, but
did we ever find, is that wormhole true? Because I know science fiction stuff. I don't know. Did we ever find a wormhole before or no?
No, they're a mathematical idea.
Okay.
They're a mathematical idea.
I should be sleeping. Grimm's voice should putting you to sleep talking about new planets and stuff, Carl. What's wrong with you?
But Carl likes space talk.
My ex could live in hell, so a gas planet shouldn't be much harder. That is screwed up, post.
That's what Carl said.
Oh, so gas planet shouldn't be much harder. Yeah, absolutely. You know what we could do? We could fly to something like Saturn or Jupiter and put a space station right above orbit, and then we could mine the planet's atmosphere for the hydrogen and break that hydrogen down into fuel and water and air.
I know that at one point or another, if you do have ships and stuff, you'll be going to different planets and mining the crap out of them and their resources.
Right. Well, you're not going
to. That means the human race is too destructive.
You're not going to
because we consume too much natural resource. What is that, Graham?
You're not going to mine much on a gas giant. I mean, there's no. I mean, I guess if you could get to the.
Just suck the atmospheric gas out of it. I bet there's some kind of element that we can use.
Right, but hydrogen is the most abundant thing in the universe, and hydrogen is pretty much what the gas giants are made out of, just like the sun.
Yeah.
And all the stars, all hydrogen. I mean, almost all of the elements in the universe are hydrogen.
Yeah, we might be able to make a better.
What they would mine is probably the moons.
Moons, asteroids, but
yeah.
But I think hydrogen is also isn't rocket fuel made of hydrogen?
Yes.
Yeah, you just suck the gas out of the gas giant to get fuel.
And they put
a fueling station in there.
They want to power cars with hydrogen.
Mm-hmm.
We have hydrogen powered cars.
Yeah.
But a lot of people think that they're dangerous to drive because yes, the hydrogen fuel cells can explode, but so can gas tanks. So excuse me. So can gas.
They're all dangerous. Gas tanks will definitely blow up if you hit it the right way.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Ashley.
Now what we want to do is, Lance, we want to get you in a ship and send you to this planet, TOI -197.01, and that will be your lifelong mission.
Ashley, can you go check up on gluttony, please? My mom's giving me the finger and everything else about gluttony.
We're talking.
I do have a number for you. 408 stars. We have located 408 stars that are capable of supporting planets in the habitable zone. That's what we see. That's what we have recorded. I'm sure there's a lot more, of course, but in our galaxy, we have located 408 stars that could support a planet in the habitable zone.
Mm-hmm.
But finding a planet the size of Earth is super difficult to next to impossible for us to do.
You know what we know what we can do? Just build a biodome in space.
You mean like a Dyson sphere?
Basically. That's where we're gonna live in for the rest of all eternity. Not us, our grandkids, our great grandkids gonna be living in. They're just mining off of planets for resources.
One of them. You mean we're gonna be like Galactus?
Huh? Galactus?
We're gonna be like Galactus. We're just gonna eat planets.
Yeah, basically.
Or Unicron, right? Unicron from the Transformers.
Yeah.
He eats planets.
Yeah. So the Death Star.
No Death Star. We don't talk about Star Wars. Star Wars never existed in the universe we are in. Star Wars is done. Star Wars is done. We no more Star Wars.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
Grim is still salty about Star Wars.
Oh, I'm salty about Star Wars. You better believe it.
You should be salty about Star Trek Discovery as well.
I'm less salty about Star Trek, but yes, I'm not happy with Star Trek.
I'm back.
Yeah.
You know what they do? You know what they're doing today? They're taking everything good and destroying it. You know what Star Trek I've been watching lately? The original one from the 1960s. Why? Because it's good. And all the red shirts die. And every red shirt I see on the screen, I imagine Lance's face on that guy's head. Lance is dying over and over and over. And you know what? The Enterprise will just be populated with clones of Lance wearing red shirts. So every time we need someone to die, we're gonna get Lance to show up.
Should watch
Lance, we need a red shirt. Get over here.
You should watch Orville.
I have watched season 1. I thought it was great.
Season 2's out, isn't it?
Yep. I just haven't watched any of it. Yeah, I've been watching some stuff. I've been watching some stuff on Netflix. So
yeah, I gotta watch season 2. I think it's on Hulu.
Yes, they are on Hulu. I believe.
I gotta watch season 2. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
They are doing a lot of things.
The Orville is everything that Star Trek could have been. You know, the Orville started off as a joke by Seth MacFarlane. He never really expected that it would literally replace Star Trek. You know, because he took the original concept, he took the idea of what Gene Roddenberry wanted to do with Star Trek, what the original Star Trek series were about, and even though there's a lot more lightheartedness and joking that's in the Orville, it's more Star Trek than Star Trek Discovery is. And that's why I'm salty.
That's why you don't screw around with the damn classics.
Well, I hope that the new Picard series isn't. I hope they're not going to screw that up. You know, they got one shot. Well, they usually have one shot of anything they do, but they got one shot.
Is it going to be? Is Picard going to be in the Discovery or?
No, he's going to have his own. He can't be in Discovery because the character's not born yet. Discovery takes place like 90 years before Picard is on the Enterprise.
Are they going to find a bald, handsomely English man to play Picard, or what?
No. This is a series that takes place when Picard is older, and it takes place after Star Trek Nemesis, and after Voyager returns. It's in that timeline. It takes place after that, and it's about whatever he's doing. I don't know. Maybe he's the admiral of the space station. I don't know.
He's like he's like really old in his 90s.
Yeah.
And he's in a nursing home.
No. That is a terrible idea.
Captain Picard. Oh, looks like the torpedo has shot out. We must clean you. He's like, get away from me, you Borg! I will hand you. I am Captain Bernard of the Enterprise. I will destroy you. What are you doing? Don't touch me.
I hope that your vision of the Picard series doesn't come true, because that'll be terrible. That'll be the worst thing on TV lands. I don't know how you.
Casting like someone to replace Picard could be very difficult.
But they're not going to do it. Why would they do that? The Picard series stars Patrick Stewart.
Oh, okay then. That's
Picard.
Fine. Oh,
I told you it takes place. They're matching the character's time to his
Please
age.
don't let the same guy playing Data's going to be there too to show him his wrinkly ass Adam's apple.
They've said that no one from Next Generation is going to be in the series. So I don't know how. So Brent Spinner, who's actor that played Data is not going to be in it. Neither is John. So far, neither is Jonathan Frakes, the guy who played Riker, LeVar Burton, who's not, none of them are confirmed to have anything to do with the Picard series. None of them. He likes Dave Mustaine more than Kurt Hamill. Well, Dave Mustaine was the lead singer of Metallica. Then he started the band Megadeth, which I do like. So I actually do like Dave Mustaine.
So
they're rebooting a lot of things. They're rebooting old movies and.
When I was a kid, Dave Mustaine was someone that I listened to a
lot. I want to watch Pet Sematary. That looks good.
Oh, they announced the new voice of Chucky. Who's playing the new
Mark
voice?
Hamill.
Yeah, it's Mark Hamill.
Luke Skywalker is going to be voicing it for you.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yes. He announced it on his Twitter.
Nice. I like Mark Hamill.
It'll be funny. It'll be funny.
He's a great voice actor.
You know, it's fun. He's on another show called Knights Fall, and then the Knights Templar. He's a headmaster. He's training all the Knights Templar. I was looking at the trailer of it. He looks pretty good on it with the big long white beard and shit. Very grouchy too on how he plays it.
Definitely.
But
I'm happy about that. That's cool. Look, he's a. You can say he's a bad actor all you want, but something he's not bad at.
No, he's not a bad actor. I mean, like, he looks pretty badass.
Something he's very good at doing is voice acting.
Yeah.
He's a great voice actor.
He'd be funny though. Chucky with the Joker's voice.
The Joker's laugh.
He said it was a great honor to do a voice of a classic horror movie. Such an iconic character as Chucky.
Mark Hamill's like the icon actor and voice actors too. So,
I mean, I would say that Mark Hamill is more iconic
than
Chucky, just because he was Luke Skywalker, and Star Wars is definitely more iconic than Chucky. But
horror movies have their there's iconic horror movies, and Chucky is one of them. Child's Play.
Right. Oh, I agree. I understand. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I agree. Then there's the first two Hellraiser movies. Those are iconic.
Yes, they're huge.
I didn't like
it.
I didn't like it. We have all of them.
It might have been too gory for you.
No, it's not gory for me. I just never got interested. I got never interested in the horror genre. I watched it when I was a little kid. I just never was interested in it. It didn't really scare me. I just look at it.
Classic, super gory, censored movies that were censored at the time they came out, like in the 80s and the 70s. These censored horror movies, which aren't censored anymore because they don't censor stuff anymore. Go on Shudder.com. They have tons of these old, super gory, European and American produced horror movies that just didn't get seen by anyone when they came out because everyone was just so shocked, when the movies came out. And there's a ton of them, classic movies on Shudder.
Lance won't pay for Shudder. I asked him.
Give me your account, Grim.
I don't have Shudder account anymore. So Shudder gets movies so slowly. You only need to get it like 3 times a year. Watch everything on it, and then wait another 4 months. Then pay for a month, watch everything on it, and then not pay for it because it's a smaller service, $5 a month, but they just don't get movies very quick.
Yeah, I'll just not pay for it. That sounds like a hassle to me.
Sounds like I'll just
No, see, this is the thing. Like, I'm just saying that there's going to be stuff on that from the 80s that you probably never heard of that after you watch, you're going to be like, wow, shit, I'm glad I watched that. Yeah. So
when I go to California, I go to Rasputin, go to the horror movie section, and I can probably find it.
Yeah, we're going there. We were going there in September anyway, so.
But for $5, you can get Shudder for 1 month and just binge watch everything that you've never heard of.
Yeah, probably if you don't binge watch like you do.
No, I have to find something that I actually like.
Yeah.
Why binge watch and binge watch things and then binge play games?
Mm-hmm.
Like Like Tim.
I'm about to.
We binge played Diablo 2. Are you kidding?
Yeah, we
like,
binge.
one week.
Binge playing and binge watching is binge playing and binge watching are two different things.
To me, they're the same thing, but okay.
It's different. It's you laying on a. I cannot. You know me. I cannot. If I'm awake, I cannot sit in one place for a long period of time. Every 30, 45 minutes, I have to walk out 10 minutes because I have like one of those things that I cannot stay in one place for a long period of time. I gotta use the restroom. I gotta do something. It's like I just cannot talk. I gotta do something.
What are you, restless or something?
Yeah, he is. And post, that is disturbing.
Yeah. You see, Ashley sees me pacing around the hallway for 1 to 2 hours talking to myself.
Yes, he talks to himself. He has whole conversations with himself.
Yeah.
What?
I imagine how.
Huh? I hate to throw this out there, but right? What, Ashley? What if he's not actually talking to himself? That's the scary part. What if he's actually talking to someone else, like someone else in his head? Maybe there's two people. Maybe he has like an artificial intelligence in his head. Maybe he's possessed by something else. And
maybe he's possessed by a demon. Maybe the demon's better than my own husband.
Exactly. Maybe a parasitical alien life form in his head. Maybe Venom is in his head. Maybe he's talking to Venom. Did you guys see Venom yet? By the way, great movie. I love the movie Venom.
Grim. I love that movie too. It was good.
Yeah.
Grim, the real reason is how I'm gonna pop the question to you. That's why I do several simulations in my head. Ashley's gonna kill me. I think that'll be it for you guys.
Post says every house I lived in was haunted.
Then you must see me in one of those houses then, eating a Twinkie in front of you, just watching you sleep.
Then you have bad luck with houses, because every house I've lived in never been haunted.
Except for that one house that that got.
That was family passed down through family.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I said there's like 8 different versions of him. You mean me? 8 different versions of me. There might be. I might be one of the doppelgangers. I might be behind you and just just staring at you eating a Twinkie. And for Grim's sake, I'll be shoving Twinkies down his mouth while holding the insulin in the other hand.
Wow, that's terrible. It's also terrible what Carl's talking about. He's talking about, so the guy who talks to himself that Carl works with hasn't showed up in a while. So that's when you get very afraid. When the guy goes and when the guy disappears, that's when you get very afraid. And look over your shoulder a lot. Because, you can just walking home from work one day, and there he is laughing behind you.
Eating a Twinkie.
Eating a Twinkie, walking 10 steps behind you. And every time you stop, he stops and just laughs.
Wow. He says he's probably in he says he's probably in the crazy bin again. It's like the 8th time. Then why is he even working?
Also I have to make sure I always check if I lock the door and the side door. Like,
I've watched you lock it and then you still go back.
Yeah, and when I go to bed, I gotta go out of my bed 4 times and make sure they're locked. I forget.
So, in the future, everyone, in this particular universe that we live in the future, we are all going to have to live by the censor ratings that Lance comes up with. So he's going to be censoring everything for us, and we're going to have to live in his world.
Yeah.
So if Lance is censoring, that means there's no censorship and there's boobs everywhere.
Well, it also means that he's going to take something that's tame and he's just going to add to it. He's going to say, no, you can't believe that. That sucks. You got to add boobs to it. You got to put waifus in it.
You made that.
Killer robots. Take it back. It's not getting out.
Watch out. This is what happens. Grim wakes up later on tomorrow. He wakes up. He goes on his Xbox. For some reason, it's a PS1 classic. And you look at all of his consoles that he has. He knows he has different. They're all PlayStation classics. And he sees me in the corner in the dark, laughing, giggling, staring at him menacingly, eating a Twinkie slowly.
Right. And then when I go to, like, what the hell? I just put my hand through you, and then you just fade away and reappear back to the house with all of this equipment around you, and you're just laughing. And then you go on camera and you say, "I have been given many presents. I have been given these."
No. When you put your hands,
I wave my hands. What do you mean?
Do you put your hands through me, right? Remember that movie, The Thing, the original one?
The black and white one,
or the second one, the Kurt Russell one. My stomach just opens up and just bites your hands off.
Hey,
it also
I cried.
pulls out a Twinkie and eats it as well.
I saw that movie when I was a little kid, and I cried when the dogs got killed by the thing. I was like, "No, not the puppies, please."
Well, now in movies they're starting to kill cats.
Hey, you know what writer loves cats?
What?
Because think about Stephen King, right? Because in Cat's Eye, the hero of the day was a cat, right? Because it was the cat that was a Drew Barrymore movie, and it was the cat who broke into the house and fought the little tiny troll that lived in the wall that was sucking her soul out. And it was the epic battle, and the cat finally won by throwing the troll into the fan, and the fan blade chopped up the troll. Remember? Have you not seen Cat's Eye?
I think so. I just don't remember.
No, we haven't.
You should watch Stephen King's Cat's Eye.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
But stars Drew Barrymore when she was a little kid. I think this movie came out not too much after E.T., so she's a little kid still. But yeah, she's based on a little girl who's dying, and they don't know why she died. She's very sick. But anyway, a cat is a hero. The cat saves her. Half the movie is the cat fighting the troll.
Does this cat talk?
No. It's a regular cat.
How big is this troll?
It's the size of the cat.
Okay.
Are you sure that's a troll?
Well, it's a troll, a little tiny monster. Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
It sounds like just a
it's
fae.
not a troll. It's a miniature version of Grimm as a leprechaun trying to hide his gold.
Sounds like it's just a fae, an evil fae.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they don't really touch that in the movie.
Probably touch more in the book.
Alright, guys, we're going to end it. We got to get Minecraft.
Well, Cat's Eye. It says a tale of a cat that follows a little girl into a penthouse ledge and saves her from a small monster that's killing her. Release date April 12th, 1985. And of course, I'll just end with the last cat movie is who were the heroes of the day in Sleepwalkers? Have you seen Sleepwalkers?
No.
Stephen King's Sleepwalkers.
Remember, you binge too much movies.
Stephen King's Sleepwalkers is about a mother and a son who are shapeshifters. Essentially, they're basically werewolves, but in this universe, they're shapeshifters, and they turn into werewolves, and they go from town to town to town, and they have to feed on people. So they go to one town, and they feed on someone, and the story is about them moving to the particular town that they settled in, and her son is like a teenager. He finds a girl in the town, and they plan on feeding on her. But you know who shows up to save the day? 1,000 cats. I'm not joking. Cats. Because the natural enemy of the sleepwalker is the cat. And the movie is saying that the reason why cats evolved on the planet was actually to kill the sleepwalkers. So wherever the sleepwalkers go, cats will follow them. And in their house, cats start surrounding the house, and all outside the house is like hundreds and hundreds of cats, and they come from everywhere and all over. And then the end of the movie, the sleepwalkers bring the girl in, and they're about to eat her, and then the cats attack, and they come through the windows, the roof, the basement, everywhere, and like 1,000 cats, and save the girl.
Okay.
Anyway, Sleepwalkers.
You know what interesting about me? I own Stephen King books. Never read any of them.
Really?
Yeah, I own a few Stephen King books. Never read any of his books. Never read any one.
Read Misery. That's a twisted book.
I watched Stephen King's movies, like Misery. I have Misery, the movie, but never read the books. I still need $200 to buy new glasses.
$200.
Yeah, to buy. My frames are thick, and they're
some better health insurance.
And bifocals too. I'm waiting for the new orders and stuff so I can get it.
Oh, I was talking about the Stephen King movie Sleepwalkers, Carl. It's about shapeshifters, werewolves, and house cats. And the house cats are the heroes.
Anyhow, guys, that'll be it for today. It's almost 12 o'clock. Any last words, guys, before we end the stream?
Yes. If you see your doppelganger, run. That's my best advice. Run.
Or if you see me eating a Twinkie and staring at you, laughing hysterically at you, run.
No, if you see that, don't run. Hide your electronics. Don't run. Hide. Like, grab your Xbox, your PlayStation. Because if you don't, that laughing Twinkie dude is gonna take your shit.
I replace it with a PlayStation Classic.
Shit.
And give you a PlayStation Classic instead.
We're going to see the next stream from Lance Lyle. Literally, there's going to be a pile stacked to the roof behind him of PS4s and Xbox Ones. But where'd you get those? And then he's just going to break into his mind, have a laugh, and start eating a Twinkie. Go, don't ask, because if you do, maybe yours might go missing.
It'll be funny. I just get the crappy ad game product and just replace it with your consoles as well.
Oh my! You know what? That will drive people to suicide. Not suicide caused by spontaneous appearance of ad game products in people's houses. Correlation not found yet.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Correlation found.
All right, guys. I'm gonna set up the stream. I'm gonna I'm gonna take a bath and I'm gonna go stream Minecraft in 30-40 minutes from now. Go check out Grim Olive, the Dark Tide Enterprise, down link below. Ashley Art Fantasy, link down below. Subscribe, like, and share, guys, as well. Thank you guys for being with us. We'll be here Sunday at 9:30. Start a podcast. I think we'll try to get back to the topic black hole next week, or
yes, we'll talk, because it sounds like a lot of space talk always kind of devolves back to black holes and parallel universes. So it's a subject that can be talked about for ad infinitum, meaning over and over and over. So yeah, we'll touch on that next time.
Or a theory if the universe is actually inside of a marble.
Oh, right. Men in Black.
Yeah. I looked, I was like, what?
Yeah, Men in Black.
Yeah.
You've seen Men in Black, right? The original Men in Black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They got that Men in Black International coming out, I think, in a few months.
A what?
Another newer Men in Black's coming out in theaters soon.
I saw that. I haven't really read much about it. I did see that there's another one.
Well, there was a huge controversy with the actor that plays Taken. That happened so long ago and stuff like that.
Liam Neeson?
Yeah. But anyhow, guys, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in 30 to 40 minutes. Bye-bye.